skateboard. Why the world got so much damn hate for it? Is it all because of that damn paper?
Wayne Jetski, almost viral. I am here with Perry Maysun.
What's up, man?
What's up with you?
How you doing, man? I'm just happy to be here, man.
I'm happy you're here. I know we had to reschedule, but I think it worked out better, as I said before, for both of us probably to have it come on this date instead. You just came from Long Island, but you're not from Long Island. Tell me a little bit about that. Where are you from in New York?
Well, I'm originally from Westchester.
Okay.
And then when I was like 6 or 7, parents got divorced and moved to Long Island, out east.
How far out east? You don't want to say the time.
Like,
you don't have to.
Nah, like near Montauk, East Hampton type vibe.
Oh, damn. So you were out far today.
Yeah, facts.
Fuck.
And just took like a jitney. And then now I just live in Westchester.
Okay.
With my pops and shit.
Yeah, because I saw on TikTok, I think you posted, I don't know if it was from, I assume it was from today, but you posted video on a bus, you posted video on a train, it was planes, trains, and automobiles today for you.
Bro, it's just like wherever you can, you know what I mean? Whenever, like, because it's just, there's always, at least when you're trying to push your music right now, it's just like you can always find like a place. Like if I was right here in like a waiting room and there was no one here, I just, because everything looks like a scene, like a movie or somewhere. If you frame it right, you feel me?
So you obviously take TikTok pretty seriously, or you take TikTok promotion pretty seriously. That's how I found your music. When did you when did you start making music?
I started making music with, bro. We made music when I was like, his name, with Capo. I was 12 or 13, and the first song we like really made, we took the Pound Cake beat by Drake, you know, Pound Cake, and we like made a song over it in my basement with my friend Guapo too, when we were like 12. And then like,
you recorded it, or you just had a song memorized?
Nah, we like took their phone and then my iPad, and we put like the phone on the beat and then recorded the beat into the phone mic on the iPad, and then used the iRig mic with like one of these type of mics and recorded it.
Damn, you had an iRig when you were 12?
Hell yeah, bro.
That's far.
Bro, the iRig, bro, that was the hack.
I have the iRig now, but when I'm older, how old are you, 20?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
it was like the you could get it at like Radio Shack. It's like the $20 like adapter for
nice.
Like a mic. Shit was crazy.
So when I was even 12, 13, I didn't even know how like music was recorded. I just thought that like rappers just like made music videos. I didn't even know about like studios and shit. I feel like the generation now, it's a lot more accessible, which is good because a lot younger artists are making a lot better music.
I mean, yeah, no, for sure. I didn't really understand it either. I'm not gonna lie, because I didn't import the beat. Like we really just like put the phone to the phone and recorded the beat. But it was still, it was cool. Like I would never get the name out, but that shit is, I can show you after. That shit is still on SoundCloud. That's
fire. I interviewed this guy named Kevin Powers from North Carolina a couple weeks ago, and he was talking about a similar thing with his first song, and he was like, I deleted the song, but it's out there on SoundCloud somewhere, and I put out a clip, him saying that, and him saying like, don't go try to look for it, and someone who was like a super fan of his DM'd me the link to the old song.
Was
so maybe
bad?
someone knew this. No, it wasn't bad at all. It just he sounded way younger. He was still was like, he kind of sings and has kind of like a melodic Drake feel. So he was still hitting notes, but he just kind of had a chipmunk squeak to him a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's fire. That's like the beginning. You know, it's cool to like when you're a fan. It's cool to see shit like that.
You have a very interesting style. Is unique. It's very different than what a lot of artists are doing now. Everyone's either, especially in New York, everyone's either rapping on Jersey Club or drill beats or singing with autotune. And you kind of have, I don't want to call it boom bap, but you have more of a traditional rap feel, but it's unique, and you do a lot of vocal pitching, you do a lot of yelling. What basically created this sound you have?
It's such a mix. So like honestly, when I was, I want to say 5th. I got it traced because it traces back. Like my brother Sage, shout out Sage. He gave me when Tyler and Earl were doing shit like really early, and they were dropping on Dat Piff like mixtapes. He gave me like his little iPod, where I had like a little iPod shuffle, and he would load that shit up on my mom would kill me if she knew I was listening to that when I was a kid. But I was like the early Earl mixtape, Bastard, and like their other shit. Like he loaded up on my phone, and like I would listen to it nonstop, and that was like the first hip hop for me. And then like I would have like I don't know if it was like for you, but for me when I was a kid, like I didn't have a lot of albums on iTunes. I would always pick like 3 or 4. I would like listen to the previews of the songs, like buy the ones I had with the iTunes zip card and try to get like, you know what I mean? And then like, so I was listening to a lot of that shit. And then like early Joey, like when me and Capo were kids, we would like where we would sing Survival Tactics. You know Survival Tactics by
Yeah,
Joe?
with capital C's, yeah.
We would run it back like 5-10 times in his bedroom and just like rap it. That shit was fire. And then so like around 13, 14, I started dropping music under my government name when I was like in 6th grade. It was very bad. But
6th grade drop music though, that's impressive, man.
yeah, bro. It was just annoying because like, no, it was cool. It was cool.
That's fire.
It was cool. And then like I was really, really into Still Respect It more than anything. Like the first 3 Chance the Rapper albums, like that was like, for me, that was like my childhood, bro. And like,
What was that? 10 Day?
10 Day, bro. 10 Day, Acid Rap, and Chance 3,
Yeah.
the coloring book. And I listened to those like religiously. And like when I was probably 15, 14, I started going by the name Lil Juice Box.
That's kind of a fire name.
It's yeah.
Definitely memey, definitely a little gimmicky.
Nah, for sure. And then I went by the name Lil Juice. So I was 15, and then when I was 15, I changed my name to Young Juice. And from 15 to 17, I went by the name Young Juice, and that's when I started getting traction.
As Young Juice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was making like, but I loved music so much, and like, but I wasn't making what I felt. You know what I mean? I was trying to like make a hit. I was trying to like not go to college because I just hate like school, and like I just hated school like a lot. So
Yeah.
I was trying to just like, I always loved the music so much, but I was like, I was trying to use it as a vehicle at first to almost like my passion was in it. I'm not explaining it, but it was just, it wasn't what I wanted to make. And then around like 18, 17, like almost 3 years ago soon, I like, well, I'm gonna keep bringing him up because he's like involved in a lot of it. Capo, he like lived in my mom's crib with me before, like right when COVID ended, or right when COVID was like on the like back end or it was in the middle, and we were just like smoking every single day, just like just gas every single day, just fucking like didn't even know where I fucking was type shit, and for like a whole summer, and we were working at like a Home Goods, it was Home Goods, and I was recording so much music, and I finally got to a place where I had like 20K on the gram on Young Juice, and like over like 30K, 20K monthly listeners, and just shit was moving. And I was like, bro, like, and then after that summer, I was like, fuck, bro, I gotta get out of here just for personal reasons. And I moved in with my dad in Westchester, and I was like, I looked at myself in the mirror one day. I was like, I was really fucked up, and I was like, bro, like, I don't like where this is at. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm gonna change my name. And I just sat on the phone with my friends, and I hung up, and then I just looked at the ceiling, and I was just like, bro, Perry Maysun. I just wrote a bunch of names on a paper, and I picked that one.
So your first name's not Perry, no. Real first name. Okay, cool.
So my first full year of Perry Maysun is actually this year, and last year I was half the year as Perry Maysun. I'm never gonna change my name again. Like I'm like that's me. And I picked it because it just sounded like it just sounded good to me. Like it felt like me. And then. So when I was Young Juice, I was singing a lot. Like the core of my music was singing, and I still love to sing, but it's a different kind of singing. When I was doing that though, I sung so much and I made so much music and pushed myself so hard. I was working in a Wingstop, and I blew my voice out.
Oh shit!
And I couldn't sing or talk for 5 months without pain.
Holy shit!
Nah, yeah, it was crazy. So I bought a pink notebook. And like I wrote Perry's Pink Book on it, and I would sit in the back of the Wingstop. I worked there for like 7 months, and I would write every single day poems, rhymes, raps, poems, rhymes, raps. And I kept telling my videographer Tycho, who's one of the best videographers in.
Yeah, he's fire. Your videos are on point for sure.
He's fucking crazy, bro. I was like, bro, just trust me. I'm gonna get back. And like I had 4 songs stocked away, so it was fine. I was like, we went and shot a cover for this EP called The Boy with the Pink Hair. And that was cool, but it was all singing shit. And I like singing, bro. Singing is beautiful. But I didn't have a voice for like 6 months, bro. And it got so bad and so depressing. But the only silver lining is that I wrote every single day. I wrote every single day, every second I could. And I became so, I wouldn't say good because I don't like to toot my own shit. But it's just like I became so comfortable and so together and composed in writing that I was like, bro, I can't just be singing and just like trying to make some trendy sound. I was like, I want to really dig into what made me love music in the first place. So I started rapping. I made this song. I rapped over 30 Hours by Kanye. And then I made a couple other rap songs. I'm still like trying to re-perfect it because when I was younger, that's how I rapped. And then I made this song called Henny in a Paper Bag.
Shit's fire.
You fuck with that song?
Yeah.
And I showed it to my...
Tycho shoot the video for that? Is there a video for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a video for that. It's in a laundromat.
Yeah, okay, that's the one I posted. Yeah.
We just shot it.
Fire.
And then like I showed my manager Evan that, and he was like, nah, you gotta put this out. I was like, I don't know if the sound is perfect yet, because I wanted to start rapping hella, but it wasn't where I wanted it to be. It was mad like, but he said it was valid. So, but the thing is that like, and then so I don't know if you peeped my discography, but I have an album called My Elegant Breaking Point, and I'm gonna go a little dark for a second. I'm sorry. Fine. The concept was that like I got so in a hole with like having my voice and like music being my only thing that really keeps me here. You know, I almost ended my life type shit. Damn. On top of a building, and it's a movie theater called Theater 14, and that's why the trilogy is called the Theater 14 trilogy. So My Elegant Breaking Point, I wrote it in the Wingstop, like half of it, the rough version of it, and then this whole trilogy is supposed to be a documentation of my first year as Perry Mason. Exactly. And so it's not the EPs or the mixtapes, but the Elegant Breaking Point is just like the story of just like why I didn't end my life, and just like the documentation of what was going on in that period. And then The Man with No Face is album number 2, which is about like I'm sober now. Like I'm 45 days sober.
I'm 33 days sober, so that's great.
That's fire, bro. Yeah.
I should asterisk that I'm still smoking weed. I'm not drinking alcohol.
I'm not trying to be rude to people out there, but it doesn't count.
Okay, good. So then we're on the same page. Right.
Weed does not count. Right. But I was doing like things I didn't want to do, man. Like I don't want to like promote anything, but it was really bad things for me at least. I wasn't sleeping and had my own mental shit, so I was like hallucinating and shit. So The Man with No Face was just a full it was just a full representation. The description of it was my dreams, day hallucinations, and dreams, day hallucinations, and dreams, day hallucinations, and nightmares written down and remembered to the best of my ability. That was the description. Damn,
you're really on some poet shit, man.
Thank you, bro.
And I could tell you take, and I makes sense now because I could tell you take your writing seriously, and everything you have in your music now is, you know, not like you're overdoing metaphors or punchlines or anything like that, but it's crafted in a way that you could tell took some time and you thought out. It's not like you're just punching in. When you were doing the Lil Juice stuff, was that less thought out? Was that more off the top?
It was definitely more off the top, but it's still off the top sometimes now, but I keep a book of me everywhere. Like I was writing on the way here. And bro, my fault. I just gotta finish the thought. What I was thinking is that so the third album of that trilogy, I pushed it back because I want to make it perfect. Is called Theater 14, and I've been working on it for like 4 or 5 months because like I worked on each album while I was working on the other album.
Yeah.
Because like I just like, and I always knew this was gonna be a trilogy. And so like we're like 11 songs, and it's gonna be 14 songs to like keep the number 14.
Yeah.
And we just shot the cover for it with Psycho. We shot a documentary for it, and we're shooting 2 short films, which is crazy. I'm about to build the website for it, and just I haven't said it yet, but shout out Zion Cat. Zion Cat's the produce like besides a couple other producers that are amazing, but Zion Cat has produced like 80% of my discography, and he's this kid I met online when this was starting, when I was like starting to drop this like rap style, and he reached out and we just like tapped in, and first week we made a song, then made an Elegant Breaking Point. He produced every song. Produced 12 out of 16 on Man with No Face, and is doing like 13 or 14 on this album.
That's crazy, man. It's crazy the power of the internet and how you can get connected with people that are gonna really be a part of your movement off of just the web. So I want to touch on the dark point a little bit, not to get like into you in a bad place or anything like that. But
nah, bro.
When that was happening, and obviously you said, you know, you're on top of this movie theater. Were there any other outer like issues outside of the music stuff that was weighing on you besides like in addition to like the substance problems?
I mean, for sure, bro. It's just like I just have like they're undiagnosed, but like I have, because I'm scared to go to a doctor for it, honestly, because like it's just like they're just gonna throw pills in my throat. But it's like I have like an issue personally with like voices and shit, honestly, that like I haven't even talked about it. You can hear it in my music sometimes, and I try to represent it, but like I have like an issue with that I've had for a while, and like anxiety and depression and shit, and just definitely paranoia, and like not to be redundant or nothing, but actually it was him, Capo, that I FaceTimed, and he told me off of that shit. So shout out Capo.
Shout out Capo, man. That's crazy. And I think it's good that you're open about it, because
saved my life, bro. It's just crazy.
A lot of people nowadays, obviously mental health is at the forefront of a lot of social conversations, which is good, but I still think a lot of people kind of brush it under the rug, and a lot of people don't necessarily give it the time and the care it needs. Well, and I go through my bouts with that. I talk to a therapist every week, and I think it's something that's super important. I don't know if you're in therapy, but you know, it's good to address those things. And I think it's good to address those things in ways that aren't necessarily medication. Medication works for some people, but I have ADHD and I was on like Vyvanse for a while, and then they put me on
me too.
Lexapro, and I was like, I felt like I was on meth when I was on the Vyvanse, and then when I would take the Lexapro, I felt like I was a fucking zombie. So sometimes like the chemical imbalances aren't always treated by.
I tried the Vyvanse. I didn't try the Lexapro. I have ADHD too.
Yeah. It's the Vyvanse is cool because it'll like let you accomplish your tasks, but then when you come down, you just feel like you're in a fucking meth withdrawal.
Yeah, no, that's not the.
Yeah, it's not cool at all.
It's not the. I couldn't say I've tried meth, but I feel.
If you did Vyvanse, it's pretty fucking close to meth. I haven't intentionally done meth before, but I'm sure it's very similar. When did you dye the hair pink? Was that once the Pink Notebook and the Perry Mason all came together? Or did you have this prior to Perry Mason?
Actually is just like, bro, pink became my favorite color like recently, and I just like, I've also made it a spiritual thing. Like it's like this, the end of my hair, like this part, like this was here when I was working at Wingstop, and I don't intend to cut it till like I get to a certain point where I want to be like, I'm gonna grow my shit down to my legs if I have to, like, cause it's like I want to keep it with me to remind myself like this has been here with me. It's stupid kind of, but I don't know. But back to the mental health thing you were saying is like that people brush under the rug. I feel like there's such a big notion that like people are like, okay, finally like mental health is being addressed for everybody, for all genders and people of all ages and whatever. So they think that because it's being addressed, it's okay.
Yeah.
Or, but it gets addressed at such a surface level that it's like that it's not really getting addressed. You know what I mean? Like,
it's almost like labels or getting diagnosed with something. Sometimes people feel like is the cure for it. Like, oh,
yeah.
I know what's wrong with me. Now
so
I don't have to deal with it.
But like, there's so much nuance to it. Like there's so much older people that are like, they don't understand. Like they look in the mirror in the morning and like they don't want to go to work. They're not happy with themselves. Like I'm talking like older people, like people's parents and shit, and like they just take it as like that's just the weight of the world. But like people,
my bad, I accidentally just started fucking playing your music because I was looking at my notes. Continue.
Because people really have mental issues, but they just acquit it to like they say fuck it, that's just the world, and it's not. It's like you can really get help, and I mean I'm a victim of that myself. Like I have still been a therapist because it's just like I had to do that shit when I was younger to get my anxiety medicine and shit. It was like you had to go to a therapist so you can get the prescription, and it's just like it gave that a sour taste because I felt like it feels weird when someone's getting paid to listen to you because it doesn't feel like it's genuine.
Yeah, but I had that. So I went to a therapist when I was like 19. I went through some shit, and then from 19 to 21, I did it, and I kind of was doing the same thing. Like I knew I could get Adderall through it, and like that's not the main reason I did it. It helped me, but I was kind of half really invested in it, and I wasn't getting the full benefit of it because I was like just telling him like, yeah, the Vyvanse is working because I was selling it in college and I was like able to take it. So like I wasn't being truthful with it. Now I've seen 6 years later, seeing the new therapist, the same therapist, but I'm kind of being more open.
I mean,
so
ADHD medicine used to sell like crack.
Yeah, bro.
It still probably does, but like
Adderall shortage
only Adderall.
Yeah.
Like, but like you used to be able to sell anything.
Oh. We used to like just empty out the capsules and fill it up with like caffeine, like empty out caffeine pills and put them back in.
Make a bag. Nah, word.
That was the lick back then, but yeah, I think I agree with your point. How even though it is like kind of at the forefront of conversation, the mental health thing sometimes still gets a little swept under the rug. I want to talk a little bit more about the influences because when I listened to your music, definitely heard a lot of Earl, definitely heard a lot of Odd Future. I didn't know him prior to listening to you, but just in your TikTok comments, people are like, oh, this is very similar to Lou the Human. Do you get that a lot?
Nah, bro. It's crazy because like, okay, this is going to be controversial.
Oh, we like that.
But Lou the Human blocked me.
Really?
Because I got posted on a rap page and I used to like for like one of my errors, I had like a pink star on my face. And I guess when he was doing shit, he had a heart on his face or some shit when he was younger, and like bro was calling me his son in the comments, and I was like, bro, I'm just a kid with like 3K followers, and you got like you verified and shit, and like I didn't even know bro really existed like that. I know he rapped because I remember like I tapped in with him because of my friend, but like it wasn't like a thing, like no shade to him, I just didn't know about bro like that. And he bro, it was just like weird because like bro like was shitting on me and then blocked me.
Well, did he make a post about you or say anything?
No. Just like commenting that I'm his son and shit. And I was like, okay.
What the fuck?
And then
that's whack.
And then blocked me. Nah, it's whatever though, bro. It's just like, cause like I'm doing my thing, you know. Like since then I've grown up so much, and like I don't think I sound like I like how people.
I don't think you sound like him. I just think there's similarities in some style.
No, yeah, for sure. Like I peep influences and shit that I have. Like I'll definitely acknowledge that, but I think like I try as hard as I can to have like my own thing.
You definitely do. Was there any early Eminem you were listening to, like when he was fucked up and yelling into the mic and hearing voices?
When I was like bro, Eminem from like I always tell like this is gonna bite me in the ass one day, whatever. I told my producer, I was like, bro, Eminem from 1998 to 2008 is like untouchable, but like after it I can't do it.
I agree.
And I don't even really listen to bro like that anymore. Anyways, either I feel like Eminem is like such a thing that's like he's so like his older shit is fire, but like I just can't listen to it now. It's just like I don't know. For me, I like my influence. I would say, bro, my biggest influence of all time is definitely Childish Gambino.
Fire.
Like that's like for everything, for film, because I'm getting into film, poetry, everything. What he did with it because the internet rollout is like, bro, one day I'm gonna do some shit with Donald Glover, bro. I have to. Like that's like the pinnacle for me.
Yeah, speak it into existence.
For sure, bro.
Word. So now your numbers are picking up. You got what I think 75,000 almost monthly listeners on Spotify.
Like that, yeah.
It's fire. A lot of one of your songs, and is it the Cabin Fever song where you're just like, I'm gonna sit in this room, I'm not making any money, you're not gonna make money next year. Is that Cabin Fever?
Oh no, that's Public Intoxication.
Public Intoxication. I'm sorry. So I think you might have a version of that where you performed it in your room too, right?
Bro, I know that whole song by heart, bro. That's one of my favorite like lyrical performances that I have.
Yeah, fire. I love how you do that on your YouTube and how on TikTok too. Like do a live performance in your room. It's like your own little tiny desk. But when that first little like, I don't know if it's a pre-chorus or just almost like beginning ad-libs when you're talking about like struggles, like I have this music out, but maybe I'm not seeing all the money from it. I'm sure you're seeing some money on like, you know, your distro and stuff. Is that at all a motivator, or is that something that bothers you where you're like, I know this shit's fire and I'm not on yet?
It's just like, bro, it's just funny, like Spotify, all the fucking DSPs, bro, they hold little artists all the time, left and right, bro. It's like there's billions of dollars being made and they don't pay out like they should. I'm not trying to say they should pay me like $10,000, but it's just like, bro, with 70K monthly listeners, bro, I would think there'd be some more money coming in from streams. Like I didn't believe that everyone was like, nah, the money's not in streams, and it's just like it should be, because that's like the streams is the new Barnes and Noble CD section. That's the streams. That's what streams are now. Like that's so it's like when your primary source is streams, the fact that you're not paying artists what they deserve, especially because especially there should be like a hierarchy of payment at least. Like as you climb the ranks in your numbers, you should be getting paid more per stream because you're contributing more to their revenue. But they don't think about it like that, because it's like every place is just a fucking greedy fuck.
Have you thought about any subscription models or anything other things like that to monetize?
I can't, because that makes me a greedy fuck.
No, I don't think it does, because if one, I would imagine whatever you're making, or a majority of it, you're putting back into the music, you're putting back into the art in some capacity, or you're just living off it, which is also putting it back in.
It's both, bro. We going, like, at least now, while I can, we going broke at the end of every month just to make, like, just, bro, like, there's every dollar has to go back into the music, because I know that it's gonna come to fruition. You feel me? I'm
gonna give you some. Not that I'm a fucking financial advisor, but I think if you made some type of subscription service, doesn't have to be fucking OnlyFans, but
like
Patreon, something like that, where you're releasing 2 to 3 unreleased songs, or maybe 2 or 3 more of these like bedroom live sets that only are accessible by a paywall. You know, maybe you can get a couple $100 extra a month that could help finance it. Also, merch bundles are huge.
Oh yeah, I know. I sold, bro. It's just hard because you need money to sell that shit.
Facts.
I made CDs for Elegant Breaking Point. I sold out. I made CDs for Man with No Face. I almost sold out, but there was like a difficult problem with shipping, so we had to close the website. I dropped shirts, Man with No Face shirts, Perry Mason, because I want to treat it like a boutique clothing line.
Yeah,
we sold out the shirts. So it's like I can sell. It's just like you gotta pay for the shit to sell.
You know what print on demand is? Print on demand is
that's like crowdfunding type shit.
No, it's a method of making merch where you only have to fulfill the amount of shirts that you sell, and you don't have to put up any money. Like, so if it's never good to buy merch necessarily before, or tests or prints before you know how much you sell. So if you have a print on demand site set up, everybody, if there's 50 people who buy the shirt,
I know what you're talking about.
That's the only amount of merch that's getting.
It's so hard to get quality in that type of.
True.
Like
true.
I'm just like that. Like the Man with No Face shirts. Like we spent time. Like I need my shit to be cracked. That's like my only thing is like, bro, I could be broke, I could be all this shit, but at the end of the day, I want everything I put out to be the best I can possibly make. You know what I mean? I like to make shit that just like that I would want to wear. You know what I mean? And I just like, I don't know. I think it's cool, but I think like I just like would rather. Like, it's such a. It's a
catch-22 a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Nah,
but the money is gonna come, and the thing is, like, the streaming isn't necessarily viable as a full-time income until it is, and then once it is, it's passive income that's padding your bank account, and it's gonna keep coming in, and
exactly.
you're at what almost 100,000 monthly listeners. Once that number doubles, or you're touching a couple hundreds of thousands, you're gonna start seeing the increase in your bank account, and it's just gonna be able to
Yeah, man,
accelerate everything.
I appreciate that you see it happening.
I do, for sure, because you're unique, bro, and it's like I don't want you to take this the wrong way. Like when I listen to your music, I don't hear necessarily a radio hit right now, but I don't think that's what you're going after.
I don't, bro. The thing, yeah, bro. I honestly I take it as a compliment.
Good.
Because it's like you can, bro. All I gotta say is Kendrick, bro. That's a perfect example, bro. That's the best rapper in the entire world right now. And like, bro has radio hits for sure, but like, I love that like there's areas where like, especially now, like real artistry is coming back. I'm not saying anything's not real artistry, but you got anywhere from like artists like artists like fucking like trap fucking pioneers like Future, like real artists and shit, to someone like Kendrick, to someone like Steve Lacy in the indie scene that are like really hitting the forefront. And it's just like, I love that the talented people in every genre are rising to the top of the water, as opposed to the people that are on the gimmick shit. You know what I mean? And that was a problem for a while. And I think that's like, it's cool. Like I fuck with that.
I want to talk about the newest EP. Is it Revere?
Reverie 2.
Reverie 2.
Yeah,
okay. Fire. Listened to it a couple weeks ago, or not a couple weeks ago. I think it came out in late November.
5 days ago.
Yeah, I'm lying. So I listened to it. I listened to it yesterday and today. But you had some crazy bars in there that I want to specifically touch on. My favorite two was the Katniss Everdeen. I have just Katniss Everdeen bar on second song, Fire.
I said this is about the coolest shit I ever seen. Volunteer my mind for tribute. Katniss Everdeen.
Are you a big Hunger Games fan?
No.
You just had to get that bar off,
bro, because like that was like bro, it was just like, I love like whenever I can like just like saying some shit to like I just love movies.
Yeah,
I love referencing movies, and like I grew up.
Have you at least seen Hunger Games?
Yeah, of course,
okay, cool.
Of course. That's why I was like, I saw it like probably like 100 times. Like you couldn't not see it when you're younger. Yeah. Everyone was watching that shit. What was the other bar?
And now that you said the thing about your voice, it makes sense. That voice box in the throat, that's the purpose of neck. That was funny. That's a cool little double entendre, and I fuck with that.
I think it might actually be a triple, because it's like, well, like obviously the overall is like you getting your dick sucked. Yeah. But like then it's like the purpose of neck, like like for me, like I feel like the reason I have a neck is to rap, and then like, I guess that's probably double entendre. I thought I was gonna try to run a triple.
If you think of it, you can say it.
I tried to stretch it.
And then the one that I thought, once again, I didn't write the whole bar out, but the one in Random Girls, the A Boogie cheese line,
bro,
that shit was wild.
Because running back to it, there was a song we like from A Boogie that's not a popular song. It's called Macaroni. It sound like macaroni in a boat when she mix it up. So I was like, A Boogie said that pussy cheese like macaroni, but I can't afford to raise a child, so I use a Trojan.
That shit was hard,
bro. Because it's like, bro, I've had a couple pregnancy scares.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's just like, and I'm very broke, so I just wouldn't feel comfortable bringing a child into the world.
I don't want to tell women what to do, but I think every girl, if you if you're able-bodied and there's no medical complications, if you're above the age of 17, just get on birth control for the sake of humanity.
I don't know. I'm do what you want.
Yeah, I shouldn't say that.
That's what I'm listening.
I said women do what you want, and then I told them to get on birth control. It's not necessarily the nicest thing to say, but
it's okay.
I'm
gonna make sure you're not canceled.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. But you got to make sure your step back game is on point, bro. When you're
my
in
step back game is weak.
Oh, that's not good. Then you got to rub her up.
I'll rub her up.
All right, good. I'm an advocate for condom use.
I use a Trojan.
Good. In my college years, I was an advocate, but I was a false advocate, and I wasn't using them. It never got burnt or anything like that, but definitely had some pregnancy scares too, and they're never fun.
No, it's not. I mean, I would love to have a child.
Not now, though.
Not now, though. Not now, not for a while, and it has to be with the right person.
Yeah, for sure.
It's hard to find the right person nowadays, though.
You're young. You got time.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
You're young too?
Okay, I have this conversation all the time. I'm young, but I'm old for young. So like,
do you feel old?
Yes. When I turned 25, I started feeling old, and I don't feel like my life is gonna end soon. That's obviously not gonna happen.
Well,
hopefully.
Perspective.
Yeah.
Even though he's out of pocket right now, Kanye dropped college dropout at 27.
Correct. So I don't feel like my life is over. I've accomplished a lot of cool stuff. I have a cool job. I get to do a lot of cool shit. It's just like the idea of my youth escaping me is a little scary. Like the idea of 30 being a little bit around the corner.
But I bet you could still run a full court basketball game right now.
Yeah, I still
Until
can
you can't run a full court.
Game.
If you can still do that, then you're young.
Yeah, I'm white lightning. I can run a 4.6 40-yard dash.
Okay.
I still got my athleticism. I'm okay.
All
it's
right.
just being in like the media space, being in the music space, you never want to be washed and old, and I'm not there yet, but it's always in the back of your head, like you gotta make something of yourself before. 30 has always been the thing in my head, like you gotta be a millionaire before you're 30, you gotta do this before you're 30, and that's a negative thing to have in your head a little bit, but also positive.
Bro, I was just talking to my mom about this. She was like a lot of your music is so negative, and like she's like big on like wording shit, and I was like
positive affirmation,
yeah, like, and I was like, you know what's funny? She's like, don't use the word not, don't use the word I'm not gonna do this, say what you're gonna do. And I was like, you know what's funny is that like all the most beautiful art comes from negative shit, bro. And it's like I think I'm not trying to shit on nobody's beliefs, but I think positive affirmation is kind of bullshit, bro. I think that it's good to tell yourself you're gonna do things, but it's also okay to like use negative words and say negative shit. Cause me, bro, negative has been the most positive thing for me. If I didn't have negative shit going on, man, I wouldn't be able to make the art I make, bro. It's just like, and that's not I'm not saying like for anybody that's listening to like try to be sad or try to go through shit, but it's like all my shit stems from my negative issues, you know what I mean? Like that's how I express myself. That's always been my outlet.
Yeah, and getting the negative shit out, you know, we talk about therapy. It's also a form of therapy to make a song about some negative shit and get it. It's good to get things out of your fucking head, say it out loud into the universe, say it on a microphone, so it's not just like sitting with you anymore. I do believe in positive affirmation and manifestation a little bit.
I wasn't. I don't want to shit on you for that. I wasn't even trying to shit on you.
No, I don't think that.
I just think negative is actually a positive. Personally,
and that's a good mindset to have, to be able to flip shit that's negative into a positive. For sure.
Obviously not like every negative is a positive, but like if you get stabbed, it's obviously a negative. You know what I mean? But it's like that's just an example. But like a lot of negatives could be positives, man. You know, like I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like I'm fucking up, but
no, you're not fucking up. What's the song where you talk about being drunk alone on Christmas? Is that Henny in a Paper Bag?
I can rap, bro. I'll rap the whole song if you're right now, word for word. Bro.
If you want to, I would love to. I love that clip.
I said. It's Christmas Eve, I'm drunk as fuck and I'm alone too. And there's no telling what the fuck I'm really gonna do. Everything feel better with the lights off. Welcome to my conscious and my soul having a nice talk. When I was young, I had the twinkle in eyes. When I turned 17, remember, I just wanted to die. And then I was like, that's kind of fucked up. And then I said, put my emotions over everything, my weakness. I keep my sadness and my happiness a secret. It's depressing as fuck, but it's a remix to my emotions before I eat them. Play souls on my motherfucking headphones. Hope I never get home cause I'm on my skateboard. Why the world got so much damn hate for it? Is it all because of that damn paper? Life look fine as hell from about to waist up. Then I get home and check the damn pay stub. Check the damn pay stub. My Air Force Ones and I'm headed out. I can't get no further from my father's house. I get depression sitting in here, can't let it out. The whole damn world is in my head, I wanna block it out. But I said, don't worry about me, I'm fine, ho. Got no opposite slide on, I'm my rival. I was about 6 watching American Idol. Now I'm dancing in the dark with my eyes closed. And I said, fuck, I said, fell in love with music, don't tell my other bitch I'm about to lose it. If I don't fuck a bitch, sex addict that's also addicted to cuddling. And then I was like,
shout out cuddling.
It's like you addicted to what? And I said, walk around with an Avis on my denim, got a paper bag with Henny. I don't really see the problem. I know I'm gonna pass out tonight. I'll talk to you, my yana. Can't afford no Prada, but I really hope that you proud of me. I done put my last check into these Robin jeans just in case a bitch see me rolling and wanna ride with me. Can't afford wheels right now, so I'm gonna ride the beat. I'm so damn hungry, I'm about to overeat. Post all this music, hoping they notice me. Mixed personalities, I can't even cope with me.
That's fire, bro. That's hard. Yo, I have obviously heard it on the fucking like project and on the song itself, and hearing it like in the headphones right now. You obviously can't hear the headphones, but that sounded clean as fuck, bro.
I can't like I want to give you my full energy, but I don't want to freak you out.
Nah, dude, don't worry about it. One, that's gonna be a fire clip, and I'm happy that you were able to just spit off the top like that. That's fire.
I lost it for a second though. Like
nah,
twice.
bro, you know how hard it is to even remember like a full song like that and be able to kick it on the spot.
Bro, but that's like that's why I was like, bro, because that song is like drilled in my fucking. That shit about to hit 200K. Shout out that song, bro.
Hell yeah. So specifically the drunk alone on Christmas line, is that drunk from personal experience?
Yeah, bro. I don't celebrate Christmas. I'm not a religious person, but I was alone on Christmas. I'm a recovering alcoholic personally. I was like, I hate saying it because it's like it sounds like I'm proud of it. I'm not proud of that shit, but it's like I'm a recovering alcoholic, and like I kept like a fucking like I don't know what it is, the biggest thing of Tito's you can get. Yeah, I had that shit under my bed, and I would get drunk every single day for like the last 2 years, bro.
Damn.
And like it was Christmas, and like I just saw everybody on their stories. Like it's just like on Christmas, everyone's with their families, and like I could have been with my mom, but like I'm a big push myself away from everybody and just lock myself in my room type of person. So I was at my dad's crib. My dad never home like that, and it's just really fucked up, bro. And I just said what I was. I never like to lie, you know.
Yeah.
So I just said what I was feeling, and that was what was happening.
Well, it's vulnerable. It's a real thing, and you know, I commend you for being open about it. And I wouldn't have considered myself an alcoholic, but I have alcoholism in my family. Like all my uncles on my father's side are all none of them drink anymore, all recovered alcoholics.
I didn't think it was alcoholism either, bro. Until like I like, bro, it got to a point where I was like, bro, I was really waking up like. Cause I wouldn't leave my room for days. Cause all I want to do is make music, and like it'll become unhealthy. And I'd wake up like fucking face down. Like one time I woke up face down in like a fucking puddle of my own vomit, bro.
Yeah.
And like I cleaned it up, sat back down and make music, and just kept drinking. And like that night, I remember that night, and I was just like, bro, this is fucked. And it just was like a bookmark in my head. That just kept drinking, kept going. And then like about a month and a half ago, bro, I went to I was just fucking up, bro. Like, and I don't really talk about this to anybody without taking care of it. And I went to AA, and I was drunk at the AA meeting too. But I went to it, like I was like, cause you can go to one, and like you can just like literally go, and you don't have to say nothing. And I just like heard the people talking about this shit, and they were old, and they like looked old, and like they haven't gone through this for so long. And I was like, fuck, bro. And then I was doing another thing, so I went to an NA meeting. I just like found one in the city. I went to both of those shits, and it really just. I don't know, bro. It just hit me in a different way, made me look at life differently. You know what I mean?
That's awesome, and I commend you for that. And like being young, having a grip on it, or trying to get a grip on it, is super important, super commendable. Like I said before, like I didn't consider myself an alcoholic, but I didn't have I would say a drinking problem. But every problem I ever caused was when I was drinking, and it fucked up a lot of shit in my life. At least I
like the way you worded that.
Yeah, every problem I ever caused, man, I was fucked up for sure. And I'm not always a nice guy when I was drinking. So the last month and about 34 days I haven't been drinking, and
that's fine.
My uncles offered to like bring me to an AA meeting if I wanted, so I haven't gone yet. But I don't know if I'm done drinking for the rest of my life. But for right now, like I got a lot of things going on career wise, as I'm sure you do, and being in control of myself and not like being self-sabotaging is a huge thing.
It feels kind of good when you can like really like just the fact that you can say like in your head like, nah, I don't need that shit. It feels kind of good, but it's also like, bro, I miss drugs, bro. I miss
getting drunk for sure.
Yeah, bro. Like it's just like I like let go of everything when I'm really fucking drunk. But it's just like I could feel it. I started to feel it, bro. Like I started to really feel. You know, when you drink for a while, bro, you start to feel that shit in your body.
Your
like,
sides hurt.
Yeah, and it's even like when you're sober, you're like, fuck, bro. Like, and it's just like you feel like it's just you feel kind of like just like.
And you know, if you have a drink, you might feel a little bit better. So
yeah,
it's tempting. But isn't it good? Like, don't you like not waking up hungover and not waking up like regretful? I love that's the biggest thing for me. Like, I love knowing that I'm in control of what I'm doing, and I'm not being self-sabotaging.
I mean, bro, I didn't even think it was that bad till I didn't know you could have alcohol withdrawals. And it happened to me, bro. I was at my mom's house, and I went to go visit her while I was like just stopped, and like I was in bed for like 4 days, like sweating and shit. Damn. And I was like, bro, this shit was crazy, and I was vomiting. I didn't think that was a thing for like alcohol. I didn't know. I mean, it was because I hadn't not taken a drink in a day in like 4 or 5 months, bro. It was just like natural. Like I would always bring water with me places, and no one's gonna question you drinking water, but it's just not water. It's cool. I feel bad about it myself, but it's just like I'm happy that I'm in a different place.
Yeah, I don't think you should feel bad about it because you're addressing it, and we're all imperfect, and even taking one step in the right direction is huge. And the fact that you were able to right yourself a little bit on a path that you were going down that wasn't maybe the correct one, I think is huge.
I was nervous though, bro, because I was like, bro, am I gonna still even make music? And I'm making this album right now, bro, and it's honestly my best work, bro. Like really my best work. It's not even close, bro. Like I'm on a level with this album that it's I'm just really proud of it, bro. I'm not trying to like compare it to anything. I'm just like, I'm really proud of it. I think it's like my most polished, but also my most rough in like the best way possible. And it's the lyrics and then the composition of the songs and the way I'm approaching things. There's so much more. I just feel less sloppy, bro. And but I'm still like very loose. Like I never want to be exactly on beat. I don't care about that shit. But it's more like I just feel like a composer when I'm rapping right now. Like I'm singing, and like I got a couple songs on there when I'm singing with no auto-tune. I've never done that before. And I'm really writing like 5 different drafts of one verse. I've never done that before.
That's sick.
And it's just like really, really trying to hone in on my shit. I listen to an album a day. Like for the last year, I listen to a new album every day that I've never heard.
That's a good idea. I like that.
And just like, and I've just like, I don't know if I'm talking too much.
No, it's your interview, bro.
But I go to the movies, bro. With can I get it? I have it.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. So I have this. I brought it with me on the train.
Can you do me a favor? Can you just check that he's still centered in the shot right here? All right, cool. Thank you.
This is my book. This is my current book. New Ideas by Perry Mason. So what I would do, I don't want to give away everything, but I'll say this. I'm an AM from AMC sponsor me, bro. I'm an AMC Stubbs member.
No way. There we go.
And with that shit, you pay $24 a month.
Unlimited movies?
No, like 3 free movies a week.
Wow.
Every week. And like people like, this is a whole different topic, but people like Martin Scorsese be saying like cinema's dead, bro. Cinema is not dead. There's the most in my opinion, bro, humble opinion, because I became obsessed with movies the last 2 years. Cinema's in the best place it's ever been because it's so accessible. There's obviously a lot of garbage being made in any genre because of how much people have shit to make. But like there's so much cool shit being made. It's just there's not butts in the seats.
Yeah.
But like I fuck with that right now because in probably 5 or 7, 10 years, I'll probably close movie theaters for sure. 10, 15 at least. But it's at a point where like if you don't go on a primetime night, I know exactly when to go to the movie theater when it's empty. And what I'm saying is like I've written my last 2 albums, mixtapes, and EPs to movies. I write to them like I watch movies and I write ideas, phrases, words, themes.
Really?
Inspire everything, bro. Everything I do there is inspired by movies. Everything.
That's sick. What specific movies recently have inspired the new album?
I just saw Bones and All.
I haven't heard of it. What's that about?
It's Timothy Chalamet and I forgot her name, bro. She killed it. She fucking killed it. Nah, I feel foul if I don't say her name. Hold on. Bones. Yeah. Oh, it was Timothy Chalamet and Taylor Russell. And it's like a cannibal love story, bro. And it was
what the fuck?
Fucking crazy.
Title makes sense now, Bones and All.
Yeah, nah. And I saw Amsterdam with Christian Bale. That shit was fire. I'm hyped to see Babylon. It's gonna be fire. And I've just been like really into like I'll look up the best movies of all time, just see whatever is the most popular, like the biggest ones, and whatever they say you have to watch, like obviously gonna try it and just like get inspiration from films. And like I don't really fuck with lists, but like if you look at a list and every list has the same films on it, it's like there's got some kind of
you should probably check it out.
So I checked out all these movies and I'm just like at least like 2 or 3 movies a week, like whenever I can, bro.
I know you said, I think you mentioned you're potentially working on a short film or want to do something like that.
I just shot a short film.
What's the premise of that?
It's called Milk.
What's it about?
I don't want to spoil it.
All right, cool.
That's no pun intended.
Are you behind the camera, in front of the camera?
I'm in front. I'm the actor in it.
Oh, sick.
Actually, bro, you can pull up, bro. If you're in New York in January, you live here, you're right?
Yeah,
bro. So pull up. We're gonna have a release party. I'm gonna
fire for sure.
I'm gonna screen the documentary I shot with Tycho, and then the film I shot Milk is with my friend Amori and her girlfriend Julia. We shot this film Milk.
How many minutes is the runtime?
Probably like 15 max.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna play the whole album. You pull up to the release party, bro.
Yeah, I will for sure.
Easy, you in there, bro. I'm making it like my manager is tight because we're gonna lose money. I'm making it free though, for sure.
Fire.
It's just like I'm just gonna set up seats. I'm not even gonna perform.
Sell some merch though. Make some money back.
I'm actually gonna sell. I'm gonna sell paintings.
Okay, cool. That's even more fire.
I love to paint, bro. Really love to paint.
Yeah, you're a true artist, I feel.
Thank you, bro. I really appreciate it. I was supposed to bring a painting today for him, but I forgot to, bro.
I want to touch back on the alcohol thing a little bit. Were you finding that it was difficult when you first started recording after getting sober to put things together, or were you still?
No, I was surprised. I was surprised, bro. I think that I developed everyone's always like, I don't want to sound cocky because I'm a humble person, bro. I don't want to sound like cocky, but a lot of people ask me, like, actually are always like, yo, you're like, the main thing I get, yo, your work ethic's inspiring. How do you keep making so much music? How do you not get burnt out? And that's like the only time I get burnt out is like my body gets burnt out. My mind never gets burnt out because if you realize that in music, bro, anything could be anything, bro. Like I'll see a bunny like get killed by a car or some shit. I was just right. Saw a bunny get hit by a car in the road in my book. If I just did this interview, I was just like, you could rap about anything, bro. And the thing is, people put themselves into this box where like if they're rapping about money, they gotta rap about money, bitches, clothes, all that. But it's like you don't you can rap about and sing about literally anything, and it could stand for so much. You know what I mean? Like you can see a light flickering on like a Walgreens, bro, and talk about the light of the store flickering, and it could represent a fleeting love, bro. You know what I mean? Like
That was fucking deep. You just pulled that off the top of your head. That's a beautiful little metaphor right there.
Thank you, bro. I mean, because it's true, bro. You know what I mean? Like there's so many metaphors and everything, especially in such a like, not to look at it like in a cynical, but such a fucked up culture that just like is the world. Like the world is so fucked up, bro. And there's so much deep rooted layers to shit that you can like break down, and like it's just so, I don't know, bro. You can just really like I got lines in my songs like eating chicken by myself, glaring at the moon. Like literally just like I said that in a song, At the Movies Alone. It's literally just a song about me going to the movies alone, because it's and the chorus is like, you'll get to know yourself at the movies alone. Don't fall in love with nobody, just be your own best friend. And it's just like, for me personally, I'm permanently inspired, I feel like, because it's just like, in all walks of life, like you in a world like this where there's nothing but things to look at and read and understand and dive into, you can't not be inspired. That would be my advice if anybody ever asked me, because I always answer it. But it's just like, the world is endless inspiration, especially now, bro. You know?
So find the inspiration in everyday things.
Hell yeah, bro. That's where it all is. You know?
That's beautiful. What is the status of you? I imagine you're independent right now.
I am independent.
Have you had any talks with any labels, any meetings, anything like that?
I have. But labels are playing games.
How so?
They're playing games because they reach out and they don't stay in touch.
Yeah, I feel like that's a tactic to just like make them know that you're on their radar.
They treat you like a fucking cow. They put a fucking tag on you.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just telling bro that they put a tag on
It's
you.
like a shark tag.
So they can be like, oh yeah, because they already got. They love to have open DMs.
Yep.
Your number and your manager's number, because once shit goes up, they're gonna be like, oh, remember, and it's just like, bro, I peeped that shit. I'm not trying to hate on a label, but it's just funny, and I'm bro, when the opportunity comes, because there's money that labels have that I just can't get by myself. I'm gonna take it because I want to fucking get orchestras and bands, and I want to do short films and just make this shit. Bro, music is meant to be fucking an experience now, especially if you're not making your music an experience now to the best of your ability. What are you doing, bro? I'm not trying to hate on nobody, but it's like, bro, there's so much shit that can be done. Like, bro, I made a paint video for my album, The Man with No Face. Like, I painted every song, and every song got its own color, and I painted the song for the duration of the song and posted that on YouTube. Like, I make websites. I had 10 artists paint their own interpretations of the album. Like, I did previews. It's just like, bro, there's so much cool shit that you can do that, like, if you're not doing it, it's like, bro, you just in this shit for the money if you're not trying to like really put your own spin on it. That's the best part about it, you know what I mean?
That's a crazy, like, unique take on things. And not to say you want orchestras, but just like, you know, the fact that you want this music to be an experience. And I don't think that people right now are doing that. Especially not people in hip hop specifically. I think everyone just wants to make the hardest hitting trap type sounding song.
Well, you get it with like someone like Kendrick, bro, is like, honestly, what Metro Boomin just did for his project was fucking hard, bro.
I love Morgan Freeman on any project.
And it's fire because like I feel like there's like, which I think is wrong, because I think trap music and just, well, I hate the word mumble rap, bro. People keep saying, I hate making rap music where I rap like lyrically, because people are always like, this is better than that mumble rap. I'm like, bro, you sound like, it just sounds fucked up. It's so belittling. And it's like, it's not mumble rap. It's like, you just don't understand what these people are saying, but they're not mumbling. You kind of sound like, I don't know. It just sounds crazy. It just.
Metro had a similar take on his No Jumper interview when he was talking about his album, and I think he said he wanted it to feel like a movie. He said he makes albums, he wants people to listen to it front to back and have it feel like an experience.
And everyone on there is fucking top tier rapping, bro. Like, it's not like they were really going out. Like, there's a Thug song on there, Metro Spider. That shit is like, bro, like I don't know. I feel like obviously like I think in old music there's not a lot of execution on rollouts, but the people that are doing it, like such as like Metro, what he just did, Tyler, Kendrick, bro. Even I don't listen to her like that, but Taylor Swift went crazy with her rollout for her shit. My cousin showed me her shit. I was like, fuck it. And like I just give everything a chance because you can learn
so much.
I've been listening to like, bro, like my taste has gotten so wild. Like I love Billie Holiday. Like I love 1940s. Like
I've heard him. I've never tapped into his music.
No, Billie Holiday is a girl.
Oh shit! Really?
Billie Holiday, yeah.
Oh, I think who am I thinking of? That's Billy. That's a guy. Maybe I think of Billy Idol. Okay, Billie Holiday.
Billie Holiday, like Etta James, like Miles Davis, like old jazz shit and shit like that. And then I'll also listen to like I just got into
Is Billie Holiday older or
Billie Holiday, bro? There's one song she has viral on TikTok.
She's current, like current artist.
She's in the 40s, but there's one. You know the song's like "In My Solitude."
Yes, yeah.
That's like her only like that. I don't know why they went viral, but it did. And like I love her albums. I listen to that shit all the time. I just listened to a Bjork album on the way here. Bjork is like this, like,
Yeah, no,
I don't want to.
she's Icelandic, I think.
She's Icelandic or Asian. She's one of those. I don't want to get it wrong. Her shit's amazing. Been listening to Stevie Wonder, but then I'll go listen to like.
I think she's Asian, but she lives in Iceland. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna fact check that while you continue.
And then like I'll listen to like I'll listen to like an old Future album. Like I listen to like whatever, bro. Like because it's just like it's like on the way here. I listen to.
Yeah, she's Icelandic, but she's definitely of Asian descent.
I listened to a Bill Withers album on the way here.
Bill Withers. Okay, so I used to I used to be on this morning radio show called Barstool Breakfast, and we played some Bill Withers on what's it called on the morning show, and I always like to hear that on the
fire.
Yeah, he's fire. He's gas.
And then on the way back, I'm finished this Danny Brown album, Atrocity Exhibition.
Fire.
Just do whatever, bro. There's so much because it's like you can't spend your whole day like there's like because people spend their whole day just consuming shit that they're just like in an echo chamber, and it's like you can get the internet is so designed for you to see exactly what you want.
Yeah.
And if you don't sit there and
technological insulation.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't force yourself to go outside of that, then like you'll end up getting pigeonholed into your own interests, and you got to go outside of your interests to grow mentally and just like personally. I feel like, you know what I mean. It's just like it sucks because people are like, "What? You're just trying to be different. You're just being uncomfortable." And it's like, I don't know. For me, bro, I love to feel uncomfortable because it's like I like to feel like, oh my God, I'm stepping on new land here. You know what I mean? Like it's obviously not fucking listening to Stevie Wonder. It's not new land, but for me, you know, like a couple months ago it was. You feel me? And it's like now I'm just like exploring whatever. I obviously have my go-to albums that I go back to. Like I love MF Doom, I love Cudi, I love fucking Chop, bro. Because the Internet's my favorite album of all time. People are gonna say that's a bad take, but I don't care. Fuck what anybody says. People always call that shit mid. It's not mid. That shit is a classic.
Do you fuck? I know you said you fucked with his like I guess efforts in the cinematography world. Did you like Atlanta?
It's my favorite show of all time. Fire. You finish it?
I haven't finished it. I only watched the first season, but you know I appreciated. Like,
I mean, the first season was a masterpiece.
Yeah, it was sick.
I loved Atlanta. I'm sad it's over, but I liked it like the way he looked at it. He said like all things gotta end. He's like all like people like the best that you look at any of the best TV shows from Breaking Bad to like I never watched it, but like The Sopranos or like Twin Peaks and shit like that, is that these shows, the best shows have a good ending.
Yeah,
if you can't stick to
Sopranos has a bad ending.
I never watched it. Bad ending?
Yeah, bad ending.
You like that shit? Great show though?
It's a great show. I think they did like the last season, there's like 6A and 6B. They could have shortened it. Sopranos is my favorite show, and I think it's the greatest show of all time, but they definitely could have figured out a way to speed up the ending and make it so not everyone was upset. But also the ending is kind of like on a cliffhanger, and I guess that they designed it so like half of the people wouldn't be mad if I don't want to give away. Half the people would have been mad with one outcome. Half the people would have been mad with another. So leaving it open.
I want to watch it.
Everybody mad, but nobody mad in some way.
Is it worth that? I should watch it.
Yes, 100%.
All right. Everyone always like, you gotta watch. I'm like, bro, it's just
Tony Soprano is the first like original anti-hero that everyone like falls in love with. Like he's a scumbag murderer and criminal, but you fall in love with him and like the humanity in him, and he's still trying to be a good father despite all of his vices and all of his shortcomings.
I love the way you
awesome.
describe. I'm have to watch it.
Yeah, you're gonna want to go to your local Italian deli and buy a fucking pound of just assorted meats and cheeses and just sit there and eat it the whole time. It's dope for sure. One guy you worked with, and I don't think it was on this project. I think it was on the one before that. Tommy Richmond.
Love Tommy.
Tommy's shit is fucking fire.
Love, shout out Tommy Richmond.
How did you link up with him?
Internet. Everything's the internet. Man.
Have you met him in person?
Yeah, went to Virginia, bro.
Cool.
Virginia was crazy. We made Old Man. Before Virginia, we dropped it in Virginia together. Bro, we shot a makeshift video for Old Man that will never come out when I ran butt naked in the Virginia streets and spray painted like buildings and shit.
Fire. So this new project you're working on,
Theater 14.
Do we have a release date for it?
I actually just announced that I pushed it back to January 28th. That's the final release date for
Okay.
it. It's going to drop January 28th with at least 3 music videos, short film, all that shit, bro. This shit is going to be the one, for me at least, bro, and for my fans, hopefully. It closes the trilogy. It ends it, and it wraps it up in a fucking bow. I'm fucking so hyped for it. But it also is such a cliffhanger because, like, it's just a year. It's just my first year of just, like, everything, and just it wraps up my life in the last 5 years into 1 year. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like beautiful for me.
Is the sound going to change after that? Do you have an idea of what the next chapter is, or you're just going to let that happen naturally?
I'm already working on a couple projects.
This guy, wheels are spinning at all times, huh?
I'm working on 3 projects right now.
Cool.
I'm working on an EP, a collab EP with an artist. I'm not going to say the name.
Not Lou the Human, I'm guessing. Sorry.
I wanted to...
Had to throw it in there.
Let me chill. I'm working on an album with Zion for next year. We're just outlining the concept. I'm working on 2 mixtapes. I'm working on 4 projects actually.
Fire.
But they're not. I'm not like a lot of artists that drop mixtapes, and no shade to them, but like they just like put songs together. Like these are all conceptual ideas. Like these are projects.
Yeah, I could tell that from listening to your discography that everything has a cohesive, like at least theme in it. And
sometimes it's a little looser, but with the albums we don't fuck around on the albums.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And I think that's something that's a little lost. And even like it's a good strategy, the rush strategy, where it's like just put out a song a week, different sounds. It's a good idea to get music out, but I think sometimes you lose a little bit of the artistry in that. And I think putting out projects is better.
I agree, but I think if you can manage to
do both.
Yeah, I think that I hate singles that have no home. I'm very again. Only time I don't like songs that don't have a home. I like to give my songs a home almost always.
So is that like if you're gonna release singles, you'll strategically then put them on the album? So it's like
a project album mixtape. It just feels I feel bad, but like I sound crazy, but like it's just like they seem lonely, bro.
Yeah, I feel like.
But I love to like this month I'll probably do it like just to finish the year because I feel bad because I pushed back my album, even though like I've dropped 80 songs this year.
Yeah, your output is insane.
But I'm gonna drop a song every Tuesday, I think, for the rest of the year. Probably. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But next year is gonna be even crazier, man. We started the year with like 2K monthly listeners and we're ending it with like 75, probably end it with 80.
That's impressive as fuck, man. I'm very impressed by you as a person, impressed by your story, the struggles that you've overcome.
But wait, before you finish, bro, but fuck the number. I was gonna say, fuck the numbers are fucking irrelevant. Numbers don't actually matter, but it's just cool.
Yes, but they matter a little bit.
It's cool to see the marker of where it's going, you know? But
yeah.
It's about the music and the art, man, because I feel like I don't want to sound like too caught up in the numbers because it's not. It makes me happy because it means I'm closer to living off it full time, you know?
And I see that in your future. And like, as I was saying, I'm very impressed by the struggles you overcome. I'm impressed by your, ability to articulate what you're going after. And you seem like you really have an idea of where you want to be and how you're going to achieve it. And I'm very excited to, see that play out. And I think the sky's the limit for you. So 1, thank you for coming here.
Thank you for having me, bro. I appreciate it.
2, just let everyone know one more time where to find you. And once again, when the new project's dropping.
Well, before I do that, can I shout out some people?
Yeah, absolutely. Do whatever you want.
Well, shout out Capo for being here. Shout out Capo. Shout out Ola 222. So my fingers. Shout out Tycho Burwell, the greatest videographer in New York, if not the United States. Shout out Evan, my manager. Shout out Josh. Shout out Sage, Shelby, and that's off my head. Am I missing anybody? You think? Nah. Fuck. And shout out my late grandma and grandpa because it's my first interview ever, like on a sit down. So I gotta say it. Awesome. So shout out Ralph and shout out Beth. That's that.
And Perry Maysun on all platforms.
PerryMaysun. Perry Maysun on all platforms.
Theater 14.
January 28th is going to be a fucking movie, and we will have a release party.
Fire, and I'll be pulling up to it.
You will be there. I'm gonna hold you to that.
I'll be there. Thank you, bro.
Thank you for having me, bro. I appreciate it.
Fantastic.
Of course.